Well, we've come to the end of the week, and I hope it's been a great week for you and that you are excited about worshiping Jesus Sunday, that you are inviting people to come with you, praying for God to give you opportunities to have gospel conversations, for God to give you the fullness of the Spirit and the boldness that comes with the Spirit so you will speak and invite people, and that you are praying for people by name who don't know Jesus, who are backslidden, who are not walking with God, who are lost and going to hell. We need to do that every day. Pray for opportunities, pray for courage, and pray for people by name to know Jesus every single day. Do that today. All right, this morning we are in Psalm 140, which is a prayer of King David asking God for protection and protection from evil people, and also for God to oppose those who do evil. For instance, and what I want to do is I want to share with you devotionally what really jumped out at me, and then at the end, one quick teaching note, so kind of flip them today. But what spoke to me was verses 1 and 4. Verse 1, he says, "Rescue me, O Lord, from evil men. Preserve me from violent men." Now look at verse 4. "Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from violent men who have purposed to trip up my feet," plotting to trip me, to get me in trouble. And it's appropriate for us to pray for God to protect us. I do it. Not just, to ask God to protect us from people who would intentionally try to harm us. But I also pray for God to protect me from people who would unintentionally, not on purpose, who might accidentally do things that would harm me or my loved ones. For instance, when I travel or my family travels, I often pray like this for God to place His angels inside the car and outside the car and protect us from anything bad that might happen. Let His angels keep us safe. For instance, if we're on vacation and walking, traveling someplace distant, someplace we've never been, someplace that could, be a little bit risky, I'll pray for God's angels to be with us. And I don't care if I don't see them or not. I don't care if they look like men or women or if they look like angels, just so that anyone who might want to do or be tempted to do or think about doing something bad will see those extra people. They're angels. They may or may not know they're angels, but they see them, and that discourages them from doing anything wrong. So I pray those kind of practical prayers, and that's what David is doing. God, rescue me, protect me. I just thought I'd share with you a little bit of how I pray those kind of prayers. And then another verse that spoke to me is verse 9, where he says, "As for the head of those who surround me, those who are doing harm, evil, etc., may the mischief of their lips cover them." In other words, may their words come back to bite them in the you-know-what. Let their sin find them out. Let them get caught in their own wrongdoing. And the way I often apply that in my own personal life is I pray for God to fight my battles for me. Because if I spend all my time fighting battles, I'm probably going to be corrupted a little bit. You can't help but be corrupted a little bit if all you do is fight. So I ask the Lord to fight those battles for me so that I don't have to. And I think that's what David is doing here. Now, one brief teaching note is in verse 12. Doesn't seem to have much to do with the rest of the psalm, but it's here. And it's David's heart. He says, "I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted and justice for the poor." I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted and justice for the poor. Verse 12. God cares about those who are afflicted. God cares about the poor. God cares about justice. So that the wicked, that powerful people, connected people who seek to take advantage of or not care about or abuse or, manipulate the weak and the poor, God believes in justice. It is His word. It is His character. And therefore it should matter to us. That's the teaching that I wanted to do from verse 12. God cares about those things and those people. All right. I hope you have a great weekend. Bring somebody to church with you Sunday. And then Monday, I'll see you as we look at 1 Chronicles chapter 10. You'll notice we're jumping around quite a bit the next 3 weeks. I will explain why on Monday. See you then. God bless you, everybody.